Well, guys. Oh, I didn't know you weren't back yet.
I was just muted.
Okay. Well, things went poorly. Um, Now, I'm going to put it on. I would say I would put it on Bandy because I said you weren't, like, knocked out. You were just sure you were going to die. So it's. But, Bandy, it took you a while to get your helmet off. And by the time you stand up, you can see the lumbering Hulk moving its way toward you. I mean, it looks right past the barrels. Like it just knows where you are. You could try to stand and fight it, but you also know that gunman is out there waiting for another shot. And you've either got to, like, give yourself up or just fucking run.
You see it's been just taking its unsteady and mechanical steps, and I'm just like breathing hard, barely able to breathe, mouth caked in dust, and I'm just like, shit, and I'm just trying to get it away as quickly as possible, limping best as I can.
See, here's what Bandy didn't see. It'd be impossible for him to get away. The gun is already trained on him. If he tries to go, he's just going to get it again. So that's why I'm going to put it on Bingo. Bingo, you passed out there for a second. Not sure how long you've been asleep. But you're lying in a pile of rubble, which seems familiar. I think you've been here before.
Mm-hmm. Not just once.
And you look up, you can see Bandy. Now, he's crawling at this point, trying to get to his feet. Looking like he's choking as the big machine clockwork golem is moving at him. And despite the fact that it's injured, it's still faster than Bandy right now. Plus the gun's going to shoot him in a moment. You don't know that, though. So it's up to you, Bingo. Do you just... He's going to die? Or get taken? I can't stop it. Do you just go? Or do you do something to distract this bastard and give Bandy a chance to run?
So, there's this... The injured hull is bearing down on Bandy, and there's a gunman aimed on Bandy too. Me and Conrad are still where we were.
Yeah.
Or is Conrad just missing?
No, Conrad's
Might be
there.
hiding somewhere.
Conrad's there, yeah.
Can I see the hull from where I am?
Oh, yeah.
Can I see how much damage I did? I'm just wondering if there's a chance.
He's pretty fucked up. I mean, you've got nothing in the tank. This is you basically just letting out a scream or doing something to distract this thing so that it grabs you and does whatever it was going to do to Bandy to you instead, and Bandy gets away. Or you realize, if I distract this thing, he could just walk over here and pulp me. I can't fight anymore. Do you just take Conrad and go?
I mean, I would. I don't suppose I could get on Conrad, let out a scream or an insult, and then just try and lure it away. Or is it more of like a "it's me or him" kind of situation?
Yeah, that's what the situation is. And we can get a little meta for you, meta narrative about that part. Yeah, if you get on the Tiger to go, the thing is the sniper's also going to train on you instead, right? Because all of a sudden that maniac is still alive.
Yeah.
and he would use his shot to stymie you instead of stopping Bandy.
And honestly, I'm entirely fine with this. And it makes me more sense that they go after me, the person who's still obviously alive, rather than the guy who jetted himself up with drugs and attacked the robot.
You know, I'm just looking here and I'm just thinking about it hard, and I just see it just highlighted in red the word reckless. Just kind of jumps out of the screen at me. So I'm going to get on that tiger, I'm going to shout out, "Is that the best you've got, you fucking pussy?" I'm going to just like haul myself like one arm and one leg over the side, so I'm almost sideways, just holding onto the fur. You know, just kind of like I raise a very weak, bloodied middle finger in the general direction of where I think the sniper might be, the other one to the hole, and they kind of, yeah, I just want to distract them. Just try and run as fast as I can. I'm going to take the shot, and then have the hull coming after me.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So, Bandy, as you go running, as fast as you can, not even looking back, right? You just take off. At some point, you do hear a shot. And you just keep pumping your legs, expecting to collapse from the blood any moment. But you don't feel any bullet wounds or anything like that, and you don't bleed out. You just keep running, alleyway to alleyway, scrambling, until you think you've gotten away, which might be sometime in the future. Bingo! You shouted your gendered invective, and then turned to run. And a bullet came whizzing down in front of Conrad, and like bashed into some debris, which sent him like flailing, basically. And you were bucked off of him as this big metal hand just slapped down on your head and dragged you backward. So let's do downtime.
Okay.
For payoff. Did we make any money? Well, we get some rep. 2 rep per score. And take plus 1 rep per tier higher than us they were. Y'all, this was a high tier group you were messing with. The very highest, you already know who it was. These were his heavy hitters. These were the men of Holtz Marrowden. He is a member of the council, and that is a tier 5 organization. So we get 7 rep for the lost.
Ah. That might be enough to put them up to tier 1.
Yes. Yes, it would be. More than enough. 4, 5. Yeah, they are at maximum rep with 2 to spare. We could talk about how we do that in a moment. As for money, well, we didn't get to loot anything. Yeah, we made no coins off of this. Well, it'll kind of depend on where you guys go. I mean, we're still in the session, so you know what? We'll say 2 coins. Back at the safe house. We'll talk about where those 2 coins come from. But then we do heat. Plus 1 heat for a high profile or well-connected target.
Nah.
Plus 1 heat if the situation happened on hostile turf. Plus 1 heat if you're at war. And you are. Plus 2 heat if killing was involved. Yeah, that's 5 heat. Let's not mess around. I mean, 6 is the highest. This was absolutely as devastating as it could have possibly ever been. So we took 6 heat on that one.
Yes.
So we're at wanted level 1. And entanglements. I think Bingo has to roll the entanglement.
Yeah, alright. What you need me to roll?
It's 1 dice.
Just
A
one?
fortune roll, yeah.
Okay, roll fortune, notes. Boop. Number of dice, just the 1. Boom. That's not good, I don't think.
Rivals or the unquiet dead. A neutral faction throws their weight around. They threaten you, a friend or contact, or one of your vice purveyors. We either have to forfeit rep or coin. No. The unquiet dead. A rogue spirit is drawn to you. Perhaps it's a past victim. Acquire the services of a whisperer railjack to attempt to destroy or banish it. Or deal with it yourself. Yes, it is most certainly the unquiet dead. And then there's downtime.
Should we do crew advancement, or do we do downtime, or?
No, we could do crew advancement at the end. Okay. I want to know. We're gonna come to Bingo. He's off somewhere. He is alive.
Oh, I really thought he was gonna be dead.
And don't forget that level 2 harm.
Yep, I put it down Rage Essence. I can't fit anything else in there, but we know what that means.
Bandy and Artis. Where the hell do you guys meet up?
I think we just have to go back to the Lost. Okay.
Yeah. See if the doctor did anything bad while we were absent. Like passed out with a bottle in hand, or used some drugs somewhere.
Well, the doctor hasn't been around again, so they're fine. And I think that Cortland is sitting up in a chair when you come back. He's got like his shirt off, and this big horrible fucking scar is just bandaged there on his chest. So he's got this bloody bandage that needs to be replaced. The stitches put him back together. They weren't the best stitches in the world. Something has aggravated them, right? Probably his getting up and moving around, which he also shouldn't be doing. But he was jacked with Rage Essence a while back, so he is perhaps unnaturally resistant to the pain that is coursing through his body. He's sitting in a chair with this patch on his chest, soaked with blood, and it's starting to run now with all of the excess. And he's got a bag on his lap, like a sack, in his left hand, and in his right hand, he's got a pistol.
Oh man!
And you come in through the door, and he's already got the pistol like trained at your forehead. He's not touching your forehead, but he's aiming from the chair. But he hasn't stood up. And when he sees it's the two of you, he says, "Where's Bingo?"
I just I don't know if I'm pushing the door, but I just like calmly stare at him and just say, "Sit down, you're bleeding."
He's like, "I am sitting." tell me. Tell me what's going on.
I just kind of walk over. I'm just kind of ignoring the gun pointed at me, and to like a map or something, and it's like we went to the docks, attempted to take out whoever attacked you, and now Bingo's gone.
And he stops and kind of he holds his head down and then sort of side glances out a window as you all hear the bells chiming. As happens every time somebody dies. Or a dozen people die.
Hypothetically, a warehouse.
And he turns back to you and looks at you, Bandy. He says, he's dead.
Just gonna pause and look at them. Gone. Don't know.
I mean, this is a guy who escaped a building on fire filled with ghosts, so yeah, you can't really tell if you haven't seen him die. Perhaps he will just come back tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not too pessimistic about his chances.
I imagine also Conrad's happy to come home if you want, Justin. If he ran, he's probably going to come back to the warehouse, the rickety shack.
We'll come back to that. Well, he takes this sack of coins and he like jams it into your chest, Bandy. And he says, that's everything. If you... He says, take care of them. Or find out what you can before you leave me here. And he, yeah, bag of coins is what he's handed you.
Right. Yeah. Kind of like pet coins in my hand. We know who did this. We know that we've probably fucked with things beyond our power. That's all I can. It's kind of plan right now, kind of out of character, is to pull in all my contacts, find out where the hell Bingo's going, and or I don't know what the hell is happening, and
Okay, so let's move into downtime.
Other information.
And what contact are you using for this?
Yeah.
I imagine best contact for this would be probably Mylera, as she must have either she has someone in the know, or definitely with friends in school there'd be people who are nobles who would hear like, oh, I hear that what's his face just got pulled in some good for nothing scoundrels with his best men, like that.
Okay.
So.
Okay, yeah, we'll call this a clock. It'll be an 8-part clock. An 8-part clock? We'll call it a 4-part clock. And yeah, we'll call it Finding Bingo. So the first roll will be with Mylera Clev to see if she's got ears that'll help you out. So I guess that's a consort.
Yeah, sounds like it.
You have standard effect. I think this is, well, the risk level is...
Sorry, I'm just going to go to the toilet real quick, okay?
Risk level is risky, and... A Devil's Bargain... A Devil's Bargain for... A Devil's Bargain for the Demon's Hunger. One tick on that. The demon is growing impatient. You promised it the mind of Bandy. Or at least the knowledge in the mind of Bandy, right? You promised it, and now it looks like that's slipping away. The demon will drive you harder to find Bandy
Tick.
for one tick.
Yep. I accept that, yeah.
Let it begin. Alright, so you have Devil's Bargain dice. You have your consort die.
Oh.
Roll it.
Here we go.
Alright.
Nice.
So we're going to fill up 2 segments on your Finding Bingo clock.
Good.
Mylera has her ears to the ground. She tells you the best she knows. The best she knows is that the only ships coming in and out of the warehouses at this time are coming from the docks. Are coming from the Leviathan hunters, right? Things are starting to be put back into operation. The buildings are being filled with the proper material and being prepared to be worked again. If he's been shipped somewhere or moved from that place, then it would have been a Leviathan hunter canal boat he was on. That's the information you get. If you fill that clock, obviously, I'm just going to tell you where the hell he is. But Artis, what do you want to do for downtime?
Take a break and from all this madness and go to the party, or I mean, I don't need to watch any fireworks because I've seen many recently, but yeah, if there is any party going on or social event, it's time to engage in my vice.
Okay.
So just click Indulge Vice and does it roll? Or...
That's right, yeah.
Okay. No bonus dice, so there's no devil bagging. Okay. Or is there a devil bagging for a vice roll?
No, I usually say no, so I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Alright, so you clear 2 stress.
Okay.
It's a small party. It just didn't quite scratch the itch.
Shoot, that didn't work. So I had 8.
Yeah.
That was 1, 2. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, that one. I won't survive the next mission if I stay like this. Can I indulge again, or is
Yeah.
it...
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go again. I'm not risking anything, if I understand that correctly, since I can't really overindulge.
Okay. So clear it down to 5. Or I mean, clear it down to 1. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Um,
this is better.
yeah.
This time I might not get a trauma from the next mission or even downtime.
You've cleared your head of all this mess.
Yep.
And gone to take care of things. Gone to relax your mind. Okay, I'm going to give Bandy one more before we do the bingo. Because I want to see what Bandy does next.
Well, I kind of want to finish off the clock.
Mm-hmm.
I think the second gather information I'm trying to do is, I'd like to say that there is either the next day or something when you go back, if I can go back to that rubble yard in disguise or something, where the warehouse was, and find some keepsake of bingos. Maybe I have one, I've forgotten about it. But I want to see if I can do some type of ritual with Quellen to find him. The arcane methods. I can find something that he's attached to in life.
Yes.
Is still attached to. Yeah. You can find him in the ghost field.
Okay, you're going to describe this ritual to me, but the devil's bargain before you describe it is obviously that Quellen wants to do the ritual with your demon.
You know, this is actually the perfect time to showcase my new trauma. It's gonna be cold.
Cold.
Yeah. So, I know that she probably can't handle the demon.
Yeah.
But it's gonna further my goal. So, if she fucks it up and, you know, the demon eats her a bit, my goal is to find Bingo, not to save Quellen. Even if to save her from herself.
Okay.
So.
We have questions to ask you now that you're doing a ritual. Quellen can help you do this ritual. I'm going to let you answer for Quellen because that's okay with me. There's a series of questions that we have to ask one another. The first is a question I ask. The second is a question that you ask. And the third is also a question I ask. So, we're going to ask these questions in order. No, we're just going to ask them in order. I'm going to put them into the Roll20 chat. Okay. So you're preparing to do this ritual with Quellen. What does it look like as we're preparing this ritual with the hat and the demon?
So, I think how it begins is kind of in Clone's, laboratory area she has underneath the vent school, and it's basically as we both we're probably this ritual writings on the floor and the Hadrathi language, the ancient Theban speak and all that, and in between us is kind of the flower the demon is bound to.
Yeah.
On one side of the room, she's kind of kneeling on the floor. I'm kneeling on the floor on the other side with the flower between us, and we're both concentrating. And as the camera kind of switches to the ghost field, we're focusing on the old city, the city in the ghost field.
Okay.
And it's kind of us two and the demon, and trying to navigate through the ancient ruins.
So the first question I ask, which I guess maybe you might have answered, what does the ritual do and how is it weird?
What does it do? Find Bingo, or the person or the person who's being searched for. How is it weird? Well, so the question would be, what keepsake am I using? And, I suppose that's a question also for Bingo, since.
It seems like you made it weird by the fact that you're in the ghost field.
Yeah, I mean, that's also probably weird.
So then you ask me the second question.
What must I do from the ritual, and what is its price?
Yeah. So to perform the ritual, you did all of that. You have to gather in a sort of seance. Multiple people is better, as you all focus in on the artifact of the demon, and it transports you into the ghost field. And what is the price? The price is that your body is pulled from your soul is pulled from your body, right? This is more like astral projection or temporary dying, since you're in the ghost field. And the price is a resistance roll to avoid being harmed by it. And then what new belief, I ask you this, what new belief or fear does knowledge of this ritual and its attendant occult forces instill in you?
Right. We'll see kind of what happens in the ritual, but I think what it will be is belief that this demon is, to a certain degree, I trust this demon. And that that at first, I went into this with very much like, this demon will try and fuck me over in every way possible, so I should be really, really fucking careful. However, assuming this, we'll see how the ritual goes, but I think it'll either be a fear of the demon, or a belief that the demon is, I can work with this demon. Maybe it's not an unholy entity who wants to murder me, and for my own psychological well-being, I'll view this entity as a colleague. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, that seems like an attune.
Right, fair enough. Attune. Supposed to be risky.
Yes.
Desperate. Now, could I push it up to desperate?
Yeah, do you want to do something more desperate?
Pushing up to desperate here, I imagine, would be risky. Would just be finding him. Desperate, I would argue, would be actually visiting him in the ghost field. As not just like, yeah, I can see in the ghost field he's up in that tower there or some shit. Desperate would be actually going there and, oh shit, they're torturing him inside this tower. I can see everything going on.
Okay. Here's the devil's bargain then, if you want to be cold and unfeeling toward the fears and pains of Bandy, is that I'll give you a devil's bargain dice if you appear before him but expose him to spiritual forces, forcing him to also roll a resistance roll against level 1 harm.
You mean bingo?
Yes.
Alright.
But you would be...
Zero stress, I imagine, but I'm going to get straight back up again.
You would be in his presence and able to speak with him directly rather than just see. You'd be able to communicate information and stuff.
But that would also probably freak me. I mean, yeah, I think that's something that
You can do it, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got my okay, it's just your okay you need.
Right. Yeah. And fine. Right, so those would be desperate rate. And
Yeah.
and I'd have an assist from Quellan, the demon, or both even.
Well, just Quellan.
This one.
Yeah. It's Quellan and the demon, but you just get 1 dice for helpers.
And then 1 for the devil's bargain.
Yes.
Right. Go. Whew.
Okay. You do it. Let's come back to Bingo. Bingo, it's been some time. You woke up locked in a cage. It's not like a prison cell. It seems more like a holding pen for something else. But there's not like straw or beds or anything. You're not in a prison. You're in a basement, right? And it's dark down here. When there's any light at all from above, and there starts to be light from above, you're apparently underground. There's a floor above you, and light shines down as you hear people moving things and carrying things, and working. And when there is light peering through the floorboards, you notice that there are crates and stuff down here. And they're organized into sections and stuff. You're in the basement of one of the warehouses. They didn't take you anywhere.
One of the work warehouses, one of the ones that are actually active, though. Not the burnt down one, I imagine.
Yeah, no, not that one. Conrad is in a different holding pen you can see nearby. Like pacing back and forth. The first time you got up to like start messing with these bars, you'd be like, well, I'll just bend these sons of bitch. That's when you heard the like whining motor sound in the darkness, and you saw 2 red eyes, right? 2 red beams just staring at you. And I mean, you're back on your feet and stuff, but you're pretty fucking weak.
Yeah.
You are beat up, and trying to break out of this would just, if you got out, that thing would just beat on you, right? It would be suicide. You don't have any of your gear, anything. So you've been down here for some time with just these 2 glaring red eyes staring at you. It doesn't ever speak. It doesn't ever say anything. if you scream at it, if you hurl insults, anything, he doesn't move. But what do you do for a downtime action? You've got some time down here.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm assuming I don't have the access to the usual pool of downtime actions, considering Cage.
The only ones you absolutely wouldn't be able to do would be like Indulge Vice, I think.
Well, I can't Indulge Vice, not even the scrolling into the little stone I have in my pocket. The god thing.
Oh, that's right. That's true, actually. It's a good point. Yeah, there's nothing really limited to you. Just your ability to describe yourself.
And gather information, because...
yeah. I mean, you could gather information about your surroundings, but...
I can't see in the dark, so I'm not worried about to do much. Sorry, let me just get the resource up for it. Downtime. Can hardly find it in my books. I'm just going to use the bottom one. Okay, downtime. Acquire asset. Acquire asset. Yeah, all right. Long-term project. Recover. Reduce heat. Train. Indulge vice. Okay. There's no point indulging. Am I at Mac? Don't you go back to 0 stress when you get traumatized out? Yeah, so there's no point in really indulging vice, is there? But,
yeah, no.
Unless I want to indulge the vice, I'm just about to lose it because you're about to appear in front of me and make me take like 6. I suppose that'll happen after, not before.
Yeah. We're just gonna do your free ones, and then we're gonna do the effect of his thing, and then you guys can do more downtime and jump into a plan after that.
When I recover, what am I rolling on that? Prowess.
You don't have a doctor.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I haven't got anything awful though, like an open wound or anything. I've got the bruising, shot nerves, and the rage essence.
Yeah.
Toxicity.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't have any broken bones or anything.
But then again, no doctor, and he's not exactly a very clever person. I don't want to try it if I'm not going to get it finished off, because, you know, it's just going to get interrupted when you know, shit hits the fan.
Yeah. I think stuff like long-term project or something like that's going to be best.
Yeah. If I train, I'm guessing I don't get the +1 from the upgraded from our crew. Or is that more of a tactic they teach than the gym?
I think you could do that. I'd let you still do that.
It's only one action, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only one action. How are you training? Are you like spending every morning like working out your sore, broken body?
Yeah, I suppose so. You know what? I'm not gonna do prowess. I'm gonna train resolve.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna stare at this hull. I'm just gonna hurl every single insult I can at it, and just see if I can get a rise out of it. I'm just gonna tax myself mentally, thinking up insults to keep my mind occupied whilst I insult this thing. You know, like anything under the sun. I'm basically training up command, effectively.
Yeah, that's good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, mark that.
Okay. Ooh. One more desperate resolve, and I'm leveling up.
And what about your second downtime action?
I'm gonna do my long-term project, and now since my long-term project was thinking about hulls, I feel like I've got a special opportunity here to examine the hull that's actually facing me.
Okay.
So not only am I thinking about when I attacked it, and I'm just kind of replaying in my mind the memory I have jamming the staff inside it, but I'm just also gonna see if I can't peer into the darkness and just take a look at it where it is. Okay. Just kind of examine it physically.
Yeah, I think this is a study.
It's a study.
Yeah.
0 study.
I can offer you a devil's bargain. I can offer you a devil's bargain.
Yeah.
The devil's bargain is... The devil's bargain is that it's doing the exact same thing. It's studying you.
You are Amicus. You know, considering I have 0 study, I might just be better off training something else. Yeah, I'm gonna train my sore and broken body by just like I don't know. I'm just gonna swing the cage around in a little circle. I'm gonna break out. I'm just gonna swing it around like a monkey. Just get it to like swivel on its little chain. I'm assuming it's suspended from the roof, right?
Yeah,
you're thinking of the.
And you're doing it while you're hurling insults, so you're making it look like you're you're making it look like you're still just like in a rage, like hurling insults, but you're actually you're doing calisthenics, right? Like
I'm also in a rage because of my rage essence toxicity.
Yeah,
maybe 6. So I guess I'm just like
you suck. 2, 3, 4.
I'm just making as much noise and everything as possible.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you can mark that.
Okay. I'll be more creative, but I really haven't got any of the stats to do that.
And then, one night they come in. A bunch of people come down. They also don't pay attention to you, and they've got like big.
Somehow.
They've got these like heavy masks on and stuff, and big like leather aprons. And their masks have these like goggles on them, and you see them move over, light up a light in the distance, where they've got the hull laid down, and they are going to work on the thing, rebuilding him.
Ooh.
And everything has gone quiet for you for a moment. You're not being observed, but then. Then you hear a sound from behind you. And it looks like there's like a crack in the wall, the brick wall to the back of your cell. And there's like a trickle of like liquid coming out of it. If you get closer, it's like a black liquid running, streaming, now on the floor. And it starts to like spread out this sort of black sheen on the ground. But in this water, you can see sparkles of light.
I'm going to silently curse Bandy's name under my breath because he assumes anything evil and paranormal is automatically Bandy.
You can see the now. You can see the sky as it was before. The calamity, the catastrophe, the apocalypse. You can see the stars in this water as it runs down the walls and spreads on the floor. And then the whole wall sort of like crumbles back into a darkness, and Bandy and Quellen come walking out of it. And let's have you both roll your resistance rolls.
Resolve, right? I probably should have trained that up and then put something else into it. Would have been smarter. What is the effect? Is it just level 1 harm if I don't do it? Right?
You know what? It's not harm on this one. Usually that's probably what the move would be, is it's level 1 harm. But on this time it's not. This time, if you guys resist, that's 1 fewer tick I will put onto the demon's hunger. So you don't have to. Neither of you have to.
Up to you, Bandit. If you want, I can roll, but I only have 2 dice here, so I just don't want to like stress up before I'm just after being traumatized.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm at 2 out of 3, right?
Yes.
Then yeah, you don't have to roll. I'll just roll, and then it'll be fine, I'm sure.
Are you sure? I don't mind, but I just want to keep my stress for not dying.
Yeah, having a guy on the inside with low stress probably better.
All right. So roll it up.
Does he get the extra dice from Quillen with him?
Not for this resistance, no.
Okay, just this. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead there, Bandy. Hey.
There we go.
Fine.
Ooh,
Fine.
Nice.
You feel the demons surging up in you when you finally see Bingo again, but you manage to like hold it back before it drives you to just reach into his brain and steal his secret thoughts. And I think that's where we're going to have to end our session. So we're sort of in the middle of downtime. You've all used your free downtime actions. Now you could start using other ones to be like, okay, let's get you broke out of here. But we'll do a plan for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start with XP for Bandy. We did all your desperate rolls. Did you use knowledge or arcane power?
I would say yes.
Yep.
Was the end of it.
Yeah,
There's
you did quite a bit. I think you could take 2 XP for that.
Okay.
We did a lot of demon and magic stuff. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I think we've started to see a bit more of his beliefs.
Yeah, and you established one today, right? About the ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 1 XP. I think that's good.
Okay.
And did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
It's a bit of a toss-up between if I'm doing that now, just by letting I think I kind of saw that a bit, how I treated what's his face, guy the lost guy,
Cortland.
Yeah.
Portland, exactly.
What was your new trauma?
Yeah, how I'm treating Quillen, but you'll see the issues caused by it. I don't think have come up yet, so maybe next session.
Yeah. Well, I think you could take
trauma.
his cold.
Oh, great.
I think you can actually take an XP for it because you exposed Bingo to some straight up demon power right now.
Yeah, that's also true. Actually.
Yeah, because that's what that devil's bargain was for, was to see how cold you would be toward Bingo, and you were pretty damn cold. Now, as for Bingo, did you use threats or violence? Take your 2 XP.
Thank you.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I think so. I was talking a little bit about dream magic from Aruvia, which he's quite a big believer in. I think they're quite mysterious over there. Like dreams,
Yeah.
I feel like they're a lot more important in Aruvia than they are just over in Dustfall. They're not just that, but in helping Bandy get away.
Yeah.
He showed his chivalrous side.
Yeah, and especially for your hallucination when you took the rage essence and you saw that you were in a coliseum. That was all great. So yeah, take 2 XP for that.
Okay.
I'm getting a lot of mileage out of your weird rock hobby now. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
We didn't get any from last time because you said, "Oh yeah, that'll happen next session." And I think
You're right. Yeah, you carried it through pretty hard, so that's definitely an XP.
Just the 1 or 2?
I guess take 2 because you did save Bandy.
Okay.
And then he
Well, that's
did
a
you all
fair bit
dirty
of
like this?
Well, I said he could. I was like, yeah, okay.
I know. And Artis, what about calculation or conspiracy? Did you do any of that?
Oh, sure. Kind of the same as usual. We planned in ambush and like a plan to trap them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for sure. Yeah, take 1 XP for that. That was totally your idea.
Okay. But
did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I don't think so.
I
And
think-
the closest I can find is the foundation, in which we helped by destroying a building, but that's about it.
I think you could take 1 for the downtime. We did see you go to parties.
Oh, the downtime counts as...
Sure.
Okay.
It's just another like motivation to do vice. But yeah, I mean, we saw that you didn't help find bingo at all. You were just like,
Nope.
do your fucking thing. I'm going to parties. I need to clear my head. You people were insane. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
No.
No.
I don't have any trauma and no issues for my vice.
Playing that no trauma game.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I
Yeah,
tried too.
the Desperate Roll game give us XP too, right? Is that-
Yes, yeah. Every desperate roll marks XP. Yeah. And then we'll do for the Lost. Did you advance the agenda of your deity or embody its precepts in action? I don't think so. You guys kind of lost.
What
We
a
are
loss.
legal lost. I don't know. We lost, but we're coming. We lost two guys. We went straight back out and tried to fight them. I think that's noble in its own way.
Okay. Okay, you did
But
try
no,
to
we still
defend.
lost.
Yeah, you know what? We'll give it to you for at least for Bingo's brave salvation of Bandy. Now, did we improve the quality or variety of our hunting grounds? No, we lost.
Again, we lost some.
Yeah, we lost turf. Did we bolster the crew's reputation or develop a new one? Yes. They have a new
Yeah.
reputation. Fearless.
Oh yeah.
Utterly fearless.
I like the look at this last one.
Did we contend with challenges above our station? So that's a complete rollover. So we get one crew advancement.
I was looking a little bit earlier, and I think just looking around, the one from Bravo's called Forged in the Fire. Maybe it's not the most helpful one, but it definitely makes sense for what the Lost have gone through.
Yeah.
Each PC has been toughened by cruel experience. You get +1d to all resistance rolls.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's damn good. So we'll have that to think of for next time. The crew
Yeah,
advancement.
we can think. I was just thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. But also, the rep track is filled. If you get them up to a tier 1 crew, you start to get cohorts and stuff.
Yes.
Right.
Actually,
Like I
I'll
said,
put them up.
even though you guys lost, everybody knows what you did, right? They know that you went up against those guys and didn't back down. And they know they didn't get all of you, right? So you're kind of you're getting in that whole like Jesse James niche for the Lost. Like fought the man and didn't get caught. Even though one of you got caught, but we're glossing over that. So that's an option we'll have to think about for next time. You can do lots of good stuff by tiering up.
How much does it cost to put the tier up?
Yeah, it's going to be the next tier level times 4 in coins. You need 4 coins.
Okay. We don't have
So you can do all your downtime to try and gin stuff up like that. But yeah, that's going to be it. Anything else? I think that's it.
don't think we have anything else. No, that's the rep and the advancements, and yeah,